So first we'll take a look at the first equation, equation A. And equation A suggests that velocity is equal to an initial velocity plus an acceleration times time squared. And we can fill in the units for each of these quantities. A velocity is meters per second in SI units. That's going to be equal to meters per second, since this is just an initial velocity, plus acceleration has units of meters over seconds squared, and then time would be seconds, but that gets squared. And so we see in this last term, we have a second squared over a second squared. Those cancel. So what we're trying to do is add a distance to some velocity. So here we have velocity, here we have velocity, but we're adding a velocity to a distance. That doesn't really make sense. These units don't match. You need not only the same unit on both sides of the equation, but if you're adding multiple things together, each thing needs to have the same units. So this one, that's not going to work. That can't be correct. What about B, which insists that we have a volume here. So here, this is a different V. Instead of a little v meaning velocity, this is a big V meaning volume, is equal to area times height. So velocity, not velocity, volume has a unit, or its units are meters cubed. This is going to be equal to area has units of meters squared times height has units of meters. So if we combine the two terms on the right-hand side, meters squared times meters is meters cubed. So we do have the same units on both sides of this equation. So this could potentially be a correct equation. Now, just for the sake of completeness, let's look at C. So for C, I have a mass times an acceleration, and I'm suggesting that that's equal to velocity squared. So mass has units of kilograms. Acceleration has units of meters over seconds squared, and that's going to be equal to velocity squared, so that's meters over seconds, and both of those get squared. So if I look at this third equation, boy, the units don't match at all. Here I have a meter squared, here I have a plain old meters, there's a kilogram on one side but not the other. This isn't going to work either. So of these three equations, the only one that works is B. So that would be the answer that I would select.